everyone, and welcome to today's Cast on the Fly, as we're going to be talking about the power of the Ponzi scheme. So we just saw that Gary Vee posted a video of his live, which is fine. It's a repost of his loser community, who are people who have 500,000 followers, 20,000 followers, over the natural 0 followers that the rest of us have, and they're all violent abusers. So we're hearing a sob story from a dude who's got 500,000 followers on kickboxing. Then we're watching a pervert who chops wood for a living. Then we're watching a bad parent, a terrible mother. Then we're watching a repeat offender who's a dude who's getting a second chance at being on a podcast to tell us how he wants to show everybody off his washboard abs. And then they've been coached into asking questions that are just script. It's a script. To where then Gary sits there and fuels their ego just by being in front of them so that they can feel empowered and go create more bullshit for you as an audience. That's the example of really what we've got going on in the Ponzi scheme of the internet. There's nothing about what we just saw that's authentic. However, they'll speak to authenticity. There's nothing about what he's speaking of. I've literally given him every opportunity to rise above his nasty community. His community has always been nasty, I'll be honest with you. My first experience in the early days was with a Middle Eastern man who tried to violate me for asking human questions. And I was like, it was over a roofing company. So you as influencers are sellouts to children and America. See, these people don't give a rat's ass about you as the audience. That's what I want to really bring into the forefront. They do not care about your weaknesses, your vulnerabilities, but they want you to tell them about it so that they can thrive. I'm talking about the wood chopper and the kung fu artist and the mother who brings her kids who are very badly behaved. They're not good kids. They're obviously autistic. And it's because they have the mother like that. The problem with you all is you want to fluff ass instead of get to the real concerns, to bring awareness into the concerns of what we've got going on the internet. Because if you do that, you tell people that they need to take a look at what the bullshit that they're putting out. You don't have fans because you all don't want to be held accountable when you're asking for feedback. So they're asking for education and feedback, which is really just basically a shoe-in for being seen on a platform with millions of people. That's all they want. So then they can use the people who kind of got a hit off of the perversion that the wood chopper wanted, or the person who was the mother. It's like trying to get herself some more followers. So these people are low men on the totem pole when it comes to education, but they're equal level to what Monavand offers. However, Monavand works with Gary Vee directly, where he fucks her on camera. So he's tonguing her at VCon, and then these are the people that get created based off what Gary shows you. So dude, I actually watched that last podcast with the athletic dude who sat in a cloudy room, who went viral because he posted one 1 minute video, and now he's got a high on his own supply to rob millions of people of their existence, of integrity, of their he's like that cocky kid in high school that everybody wanted to punch in the face, but he's been given this opportunity to grow his business. Notice how I said it. Grow his business versus assist other people in educating them on something that would bring them value. Notice how I just said that. So these people are takers. They're taking from you. They're taking and they're pushing their conviction as a form of a lid to where they're forcing you into submission to believe what they are telling you. But what they're telling you, example, black pepper is not a spice that you should be consuming, is what the doctor Monovan shared with you. However, a nutritionist informed of it, it's like the king of spices. So this spice is now giving a bad reputation so that she could have something to submit you to. And then she can say, well, see, look what I did. Now you go tell people who are on real medicines and their list is down to here, who are directly working with the pharmaceutical companies, while the person that's assisting them is glorified on a platform while she yells out clean eat but never really says much of anything except bullshits you on conversation of hexane and eat clean and Pilates and whatever other dumb shit words she wants to use to try to get you interested and confused all at the same time, while living off of a sexual experience of her and her fiance, while bragging about her outfits and where she is and how she's living in luxury and you live in a trailer park. Well, you live in a trailer park. So you're going to tell me that you're going to pretend like you're part of their community. You're going to figure out how to look like them. You're going to figure out how to act like them, reminding you that these aren't Americans. These are influencers. Influencers live in their own little fucking land of I can do whatever and say whatever I want. So nothing that these people are saying is fucking true. It's out of context. It's mini videos. It's bullshit. They never advance you into anything more than confusion. Because this one says this, and 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 they're all about themselves. And so they see the path of least resistance of how they're going to go viral. They get little tidbits of advancements for their career. They do not care who they hurt in the process. They say, I don't care what people think. These people are collapsing governments while governments are supporting because they're looking for the validation of the agenda for what they're fueling in order to get elected. So there's a mass catastrophe of not only business, relationships, this is a catastrophe of governments, cultures, history. History was real. History's real. So now they're trying to recreate, this is an example, the movie Twister. Now we've got a remake of Twister. They can't write a new movie unless it's a man who is, what is it? What is that movie Blake Lively's in? This is the end or some shit. Unless she's erotically arousing audiences by getting your private parts hard. Now, this isn't the sleeping with the enemy version. No, this is somebody who's lustfully, this is a great example, actually. Julia Roberts, even though she's a total biatch, in the movie Sleeping with the Enemy, you see a woman, that's a woman that would be beat up. Now we're watching a bitch who owns a flower shop, who invites a Middle Eastern into her relationship, but it's not that vibe of a weak woman with a controlling man. No, it's equal evil. It's like equal evil. So this is a recreation of the future of what we're dealing with. That's not something that's interesting to watch her get her rocks off of fucking two guys on camera. Same thing with Anne Hathaway in that movie where she's sleeping with a 22-year-old when she has two sons. So these people don't care about how it occurs to you because they don't care what anybody thinks. What they're producing is not creative. What they're producing is only for themselves so they can get that good-looking man they think is good-looking to get them to F-U-C-K them on camera. Look at me. Look what I can do. Look at me. Where's the information? Where's the assistance? Where's the compassion and empathy? Where is all those things that are listed in 12 and a half? There they go again on another airplane ride. Let's just Instagram story it, and then let me show you with me and Gary posing for another dinner event. We're out to dinner again, everybody. 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 We're at a gala, everybody. We're at a gala, everybody. Everybody, we're on a trip to the Cannes Lions. Look at my scarf. Look at how cute I am. Look at us as a loving couple tonguing each other. And then you just say what? I'm not really sure what you would say to that. I'm not sure because it makes me fucking angry. And how you could disrespect me to continuously for 7 years produce this style of content with people around you where Sid's standing in the background and literally just scrolling through my YouTube feed. Don't give a fuck. That's don't give a fuck. This is don't give a fuck. You want to know why this is don't give a fuck? Because this actually delivers to people something that will awaken them to education, not for my own benefit. That's what they're awakening you to. How can they win? How do they look good in front of your eyes? How can they glorify themselves to get you to say, wow, that's amazing? And you fall for it, or do you? What was the purpose, Gary Vee, of you posting the winery? What was your purpose to post the winery when you're out to dinner on a trip with another woman? So he takes Mona Van to a winery, this is the problem. It's all secret shit behind the scenes with an implication of maybe so. With the intention of bad intentions to hurt me specifically so that he can run off to the bank and say, I'm a good person. She needs to stay in line. I just don't know why anyone would spit out hate. When you get hate, you give love. Oh, so that video and that picture of you and Mona Van was your version of love. Well, it was love for us. That was your version of love. So all those videos and all those posts of what you've put out and you spouted out in front of our faces is Gary Vee's version of love. What do you all have to say about that? Tell me what you all have to say about what Gary Vee has posted with Mona Van as him telling you this is what it looks like for people to show you as an audience love. Meanwhile, more perverts are being exposed and created because Mona Van wants to tongue a man in front of a big white house while her and Melissa Wood dance like witches at a fucking white party with a bunch of fucking whores. The fact that you are grown men, you are grown fucking men, and you are supposed to, whether you're in entertainment, whether you're in fucking physician, whatever fucking bullshit you're part of. See, the doctor who said that black jobs, and then the anesthesiologist and all the other black people in the operating room said black jobs this. Well, what about the poor people that can't find a fucking job? Black people who can't find a fucking job, but you're a doctor. A doctor who goes to a fucking gala event with his fucking prostitute team and his prostitute wife while he buys his prostitute daughter a BMW when she turns 16. So you're just as bad as they are, you motherfuckers, except for the difference is you're sitting on the fence flying high because you live in that theory in your mind of equality. See, that's a brand and an image that you bitches put up in your fucking heads. You're not intelligent. You're not a good person. You're fucking evil. You're fucking rich, and you're black. So I think that we have a lot of equality going on in the world, except for you're just insecure and you're looking to fight. Fight thin air so that you can win in some form of power struggle to be evil for all of us. See, this never really has been about black and white. It's been about good versus evil. Antifa is evil. Black Lives Matter is fucking ghetto fucking evil. Your churches are fucking evil. I'm a fucking good person, and if I show up being nice to black people in a black church, why do black men try to rape me with their eyes? That's not a good church. Why do, when I go to a black club, men try to rape me and rape me with their eyes or their weird, gruff sound of placing fear in a girl. Not a black or white girl, just a girl, a female who's a nice person, because that's actually what you all are up to. I didn't say you actually raped me, did I? I said you tried to. And in the sense of emotional abuse, you did rape me. Because if I feel like I was sexually harassed, as I'm just standing here being nice, as you come up to me and you gruff in my ear, when I did not invite it, and I'm very solid in self-awareness to know that I would never invite that shit. But you don't give a shit about me, and I'm actually a target because I'm white. So you, man, the man in the surgery outfit with your black friends, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You lived in a sheltered life just like Kamala Harris and Obama because you ain't American. You want to throw out our history when you're part of history. Your family and your ancestors built America. You decided when Antifa came along and Black Lives Matter came along that you didn't want to take credit for all the successes. So then you called yourselves out for it because you were too busy sitting on the fence when the soldiers walked by in the Civil War. There is visual, there is film and recordings of a black man talking about a black slave girl who sat on the fence. You tell me who works at a slave farm who's so horrific and so horrible, who's sitting on a fence all day long doing nothing. Or how about the photographs of where you're chilling at the house? I would actually imagine that those slaves who you think are so stupid have more brains than you, doctor. The bottom line is none of you know what the fuck you're saying or doing, and you're fucking destroying this country so that Joe Biden is refusing to step down, which means that we're living in a dictatorship. His team is telling you that they want him to step down. You cannot we can't sustain an open border like this. 100,000 people crossed the border last month, while dumb pieces of shit are on the internet influencing people on how to be like Mona Van. And a bitch from a trailer park is worse, if not just as bad, with more physical altercation abilities than Mona Van, because Mona Van's a pussy. And she's got a man protecting her bitch ass. She uses witchcraft and mind manipulation, but these people, the ones in the trailer park, they use guns and weapons. Meaning you're with a woman that's just like Mona Van, and she's different in her psychosis. She's got a gun in her drawer. You start flirting with Alex Cooper, even though Alex Cooper's married and you post it on the internet. You're just a wood chopper. But your wife gets jealous, and Alex Cooper uses that mindfuck to never let you ever get peace again till one day your fucking wife snaps. And then you end up dead on the floor with your children right there. But you don't care about that shit because you think you're a good person. Now that's called you don't have self-awareness. See, Gary thinks he's living in self-awareness, and I'm here to expose him that what you've done is not a good person. No matter which way you flip this shit and how much I've produced in education to you all, and then you continuously show up acting like that, that's not entrepreneurship. That's called Gestapo. That's called abusive, selfish, nasty behavior. So you can go ahead and brag to everybody how you're on another fucking trip in California, Gary Vee. And you can go on a fucking trip where we're watching you hold that bitch's hand and destroy my life, which you have. So that you can look good on a stage and bullshit us while you dance in front of her while your dick gets fucking hard. While all you pieces of shit stand in front of a fucking Persian and wave your tits around. Take a look at the feed of the bitches that stood in line with Gary Vee, who literally give him a blowjob every time they see his fucking ass. That's not entrepreneur. And I'm sorry, but I am not going to look at some bitch with a fucking plastic surgery face and be kind when she ain't kind. Because that's why we're in this fucking mess, is because you don't know how to stand up for what's right. None of you do. You have no moral compass, no ethics. You only give a fuck about yourselves. You're supposed to be men. You've allowed these bitches to be Hillary Clintons to tell you that wearing a bikini top to a business meeting is the new norm. That you telling us that you're a fashion whatever or a entrepreneur and showing us your fucking outfit. That's your video. And that's what people like? That's what people like. You just want to lay around on your fucking asses all day long and have someone bring you cocktails and mocktails and dresses and fit you for this and serve your ass. Well, who the fuck's going to be the server? Who the fuck is going to be the server? Answer it. How many followers do you have? Because if you got less than 500 followers, if you have less than 30,000 followers, you're worthless. That's Mona Van's mindset. Look at her in fucking Beverly Hills. That's Gary Vee's fiance. That's the message coming off of this fucking nasty motherfucking book. That's what Gary Vee's up to. All of this shit I've shown you, is what he showed you to me. Him telling me he's grateful for my posting. I'm supposed to be happy about that. Self-awareness. You don't have self-awareness. Accountability. He's definitely showing accountability, isn't he? Optimism. Well, he definitely has optimism because all he does is work while he fucks Mona Van on camera. Empathy. Definitely doesn't have empathy. Definitely doesn't have kindness. Definitely has tenacity. He definitely has tenacity. This is the kind of tenacity that nobody wants to see, yet he's going to force it down your fucking throat until you accept that shit as normal, because that's actually how they operate. Curiosity. Oh, well, let me see what it would be like to go with a Persian bitch. I definitely think that's curious. Patience is the game. Oh, you're definitely patient, aren't you? Definitely waited long enough to get that bitch into your fucking dick. Conviction. He's definitely strong-holding that she's fucking amazing, my love. Oh, humility. I definitely see him in a helicopter as being humble, and definitely on a jet. And that's definitely humility. Definitely showing off himself, getting vibrated in positivity. That's humble. Showing him kissing Mona Van as humble, the new form of humble. It's a free country. It's a free country. You should be able to show that shit. You should be able to show that shit and then be kind attached to it, and then it won't make a difference whether you teach someone real shit or not, because it really is all about the influencer and how they're going to prepare their bullshit to fucking destroy you as the audience, to get you to buy what they sell, and whether it's intellectual property or whether it's fucking a product like jealousy popcorn. Ambition is definitely in the picture. Let's show each other in a fancy white outfit and then pose at another party. We're ambition. Oh, and his least ability is kind candor. That's not a very good leader, Gary. Looks like we're really dealing with some major bullshit at this point, because I don't think I can tolerate looking at your fucking face with more fucking content that's so fucking destructive that makes people want to riot in the streets. You know, kind of like when you were at the streets in New York rioting for Iran support of the Shah. Or when you had the Princess of Shah at your house with Mona Van, having a long 3-hour dinner with her where you then posed for photographs and you guided the conversation so that she could look good. Everything has been Gary Vee speaking for her while she says nothing but says how wonderful and handing out her beautifulness with the money and bullshit. Literally, it's all on fucking film because that's the brand that you wanted to create with her, and you did a great job, Gary. You did a great job showing us how fucking worthless we all are and how you aren't really who you say you are, and you're showing us the new form of what humility is. My makeup artist just told me that I was humble, y'all. Do you like the fact that I'm wearing the wet look? It's called the ocean. You posed for that shit. You showed up to that shit. You agreed to take her with you to VCon, hold her hand, and kiss her at your event. You picked the short path. You picked the short path to overnight success versus actually build something of value with someone that would actually bring value to an audience, and the audience didn't want the value, apparently, because you're all a bunch of numbnuts, dumb fucks. You're not going to have fun at VCon, and I'm going to make sure of that shit. I'm going to make sure that Mona Van is all up in your fucking faces. I'm going to make sure that all these fucking prostitute bitches and the energy of LA is so fucking strong that you can barely stand up in that facility, be friends, be con. The fact that my name is not on the fucking roster, you will know that my ass is in the fucking building. Do you fucking hear me? You are nothing but shallow pieces of shit traitors to this country, each and every one of you, as you stand there and look at that bitch and whatever bitch it is on stage in your fucking face. You want to take a look at that and see that that is a direct reflection of who each and every one of you are. A bunch of nobodies teaching a bunch of nothing to a bunch of starving people who can barely put food on our table while you force them into submission of slavery, while they then go into the world and abuse the rest of us. We are violently abused on a daily basis, whether you're on the internet or off the internet, because of what you all have created on the fucking internet with your Democrat clan. Do you fucking hear me? That every fucking thing that those bitches say out their fucking mouths, whether it's media or influence or whatever it fucking is nothing more than fucking lies and garbage and a puff of fucking smoke that'll blow your asses out the fucking water. You don't know who you fucking with, bitch. I was born in California. You do know that, right? That land belongs to me. Whether it's LA, whether it's El Centro, whether it's Stockton, my energy is there. So while you rob me of my fucking land, I'm gonna make sure you know who's fucking boss. All you do is fucking chase a fucking pussy with your fucking money bag, Gary Vee, and it's all over fucking platform while you try to fucking hide it. You've done nothing for anyone but hurt us. And I'm talking about me. You're a disgrace, all of you pieces of shit. You literally supported this fucking bullshit and did nothing to stop them. You're supposed to be men. You just wanted your bag and that's fucking it. And then you wanted a free fucking handout while you raped me in the process. And I will not stand for it.